Alright, I had a request to do a problem number 34 from section 2.2. And number 34 is interested in getting the 6 trigonometric function values for the angle negative 855 degrees. And this is one of the reasons why we move away from degrees and why I personally don't like them, is because I don't understand negative 855 degrees. I would understand something in radians a little bit quicker. And so what I need to do personally is keep adding 360 until I understand it. So if I take the negative 855 and add 360, and add 360 again, I knew I needed to add 2 at least, I get negative 135 degrees. I do understand that. Negative 135 degrees is going clockwise, so it's going this way. And 135 degrees leaves me 45 degrees short of going 180. So this is the negative 135 degrees. I can now figure out everything because I know my reference angle and know what quadrant I'm in. If I didn't feel like I understood that, I could add 360 again and get it in its positive measure of 225 degrees. And so all of these things are the same. Negative 855 ends up at the same place as negative 135, which ends up at the same place as 225. And where is 225 going to be? 40. It's going to be in a counterclockwise normal fashion, and it's going to be 45 degrees beyond 180, and so I end up in the exact same place. And so what I really need out of this is to know where I am and what the reference angle is. And so I know that now. And so we're going to come in here. Let me get rid of some marks here, make things a little bit more clear. We definitely know we're in quadrant 3. Because we're in quadrant 3, we know tangent and cotangent are positive, and we're dealing with a 45-degree reference angle. Well, we know a lot about 45 degrees. I know that the sine of negative 855 degrees then is going to be the same as the sine of 225, the sine of negative 135. I'm just going to put it back into its original language. I know it's a root 2 over 2. But because all students take calculus, I know it's negative. Cosine of negative 855, it has a 45-degree reference angle in the third quadrant, and so it's also a negative root 2 over 2. And what's tangent of negative 855? Well, it's going to be positive, and positive 1 when you look at those relationships. And so if we continue with the other three, cosecant of negative 855 would be related to the flip of the sign, so it's going to be a negative as well, and a root 2. Secant of negative 855, again, it would be the same as the secant of 225, the secant of negative 135. It's going to also be negative root 2, and the cotangent of negative 855 is going to be the flip of tangent. The flip of 1 is just 1. And there's the 6 trigonometric values for negative 855. You just need to figure out where you're at. All right, I'll get this posted as soon as I can.